everybody, thank you for joining me today. I wanted to do a quick video of a fall banner that I was doing. It's actually for a challenge in the Scrapbooking with Me boutique members room. It's our challenge for the month of November. And so the first thing I'm going to do is there's going to be a little bit of die cutting for sure, because I wanted to use some banner dies that I have, and I'm cutting it out of 4 different sheets of paper, and I'm just going to run through. It's the biggest die in the collection for the banners, and I don't do a whole lot of banners myself, but I was like, well, I want to do a video and I want to make sure I participate, so win-win. So all we're doing is running it through. If you have the Cuttlebug, you just need your A plate, a C plate, and a B plate, and we're just going to run it through. Sorry for the little bit of shaking. There will be some, only because of my tripod sits on top of my table, so as I'm using the Cuttlebug or any type of machine, sometimes the camera does, shake a little. But just bear with me. We're gonna run these through, and then after I do the pattern paper, which is from, I believe, Echo Park. Let me get the name of it real quick. Yes, it's Echo Park's The Story of Fall, and I want to say we had this one in the boutique last September or October, so I'm still working in using that paper. I love that paper line. I think fall is one of my favorite times of the year. Anything pumpkin, and I love my browns and my oranges and all the muted colors. Love them. Okay, so right here I'm actually ran the step down on the banners. I did some vellum pieces. Now, someone had asked me about, well, what if you have these, the long different dies that you have that you can run through, but you don't have all the pieces for it. Well, I'm showing you here, I have pieces for it, and I could get my Sizzix out and would probably be able to kind of figure it out. But if you didn't have one, what could you do? So on here, what I'm going to do is lay down my paper, and this is just a small piece, and I'm putting one of those long dies on to my cutting boards. And I did have to work out what was going to be the best sandwich. For these particular ones, I found the 2 B's and the A plate worked the best. And you can see here, it pops right out. It cuts very well. Now, say it's something that you need the whole pattern for, right? That particular one I just did, it had flowers, but they were all individual, so doing a little portion of it doesn't matter. Well, this one is like a border die, and it makes a scallop border. And so what I would do is I would run it, and then once I take it out, very carefully just shift the paper and cut the remaining. So this particular sheet I have right here, I want to say is 8.5 by 11. It's like a scrap piece that I had, so it doesn't quite go down the entire die cut, but I'll still be able to show you what I mean. Now, let me tell you this much. This was a fight. Trying to get this to go through. It was I know it'll fit, I just ran it through, but for whatever reason, it was just fighting me. So I had to go off camera, get it started, and then run it through so you guys can see it here. And then I'm just gonna lift this up and shift the whole thing forward. And I was hoping it wasn't going to give me trouble again, but alas, it does. So hold on. Okay, I got it going. We're just going to run it through. So on this short little Cuttlebug, we were able to cut out this long piece. And the only thing is, like, on this one little spot, it was like a little piece hanging, but you could totally trim this down and you have a scallop border. You know what I mean? So it is possible, you just have to work at it. Sometimes it's easier than others. So after I was done with that, I went ahead and got all my pieces together for the actual banners. I'm using this doily. I have some flowers. These are the paper flowers. I took some chipboard pieces and embossed them in gold. And real quick, I'm just going to glue up the back here. The precision tips on top of the multi-medium mat is awesome because it allows you on these super thin, you know, chipboard pieces to get your glue on there. And what I'm doing is I'm actually going to glue that down to the vellum first, making sure I got everything in the right spot where I want it. And then I'm just going to attach our L. And off to the left is all my other letters, the F, A, L, that I had already done off camera. Because I didn't figure, you know, I didn't think you guys needed to watch me do all the letters. So once I got this glued down, I'm just going to glue again along the back. With vellum, if any of you have messed with it, you know you've got to figure out cheats and different ways to use different adhesives so that way you don't see it through, because it's see-through. So I just used the pattern of the leaf, followed it, and then pressed it down to my doily. And then for the flower, after I cut the stem off, I'm just squeezing a dollop of the multi-medium, and then we're going to press and hold it down. And then I'm going to slide this up for it to dry, and I'm going to show you the other ones we did. So that's the F, the A, and the letters I cut out using an which one is this one? This was a Provo Craft die that I got from somebody. I want to say when I first started crafting, and I still use them. I pull them out here and there, and they were perfect size for this size banner that we were doing. So right now I'm just pulling out some twine, or bigger twine. Yeah, I don't know why my brain is not thinking right now. And all I'm gonna do is I'm trying to use my grid mat to space evenly all the letters, because that's the worst part, attaching it to your string or what you're going to, you know, attach it or hang it with, and then have them all be uneven. No. So I was using that, just trying to make sure I got everything in its place and that everything is evenly spaced, I should say. And right there, when I moved it, I realized that the flower was kind of lifting up. So I'm just going to move it to the side for a second and get this taped down. And then once I have it taped down, I'm going to put the flower back. So that's one good benefit about using like wet glues or stuff like that. If it is still wet and it's moving and you need to do something, I take it off, do what I have to do, and then put it back on. And there is the banner. Now, I was thinking about using some sprays. And I have like a pearlescent shimmer that I first sprayed over everything. And then I was like, I like this orange, but it's so vibrant. I was like, I don't want to mess this up. So I decided to just use the nozzle, the other end, and just tap color onto each of the letters. And I think it was just what it needed. Just a little bit of a pop and shimmer. Nothing too extravagant to where it pulls away from everything else, but it all still looks good. And I don't think I showed it on on camera, but at the very end I do wind up taking some mini glue dots, and on the points of the vellum I do use that to hold it down. Alright, and then these are some close-up photos of what I did. I hope you guys enjoyed this and are inspired. Please feel free to, leave comments down below. If you do these projects or these type of projects, you can go to Craft With Me on Facebook and, share your photos. Show me, what you guys are doing. And I will see you with our next video.